Hello ladies and gentlemen, subscribe Astro Sunder and press the bell icon. Today we are going to see part of fortune. Calculations of the lot or part of fortune is based on the position of the sun, the moon and the ascendant. It is considered that these three energies are quite important for men and they exert such a quiet great influence over one's personality. The sun symbolizes its identity and its conscious objectives, the moon represents the emotional side, as well as the subconscious and or unconscious parts, while the ascendant, with a visible personality, expresses in some way the sun and the moon as personality factors. The relationship between these three elements is called pars fortunae, part of fortune. This sensible point shows the place in the astrological portrait, where the sun, the moon and the ascendant can meet in the most congruent way. Hence, it shows the sphere of life in which we better can achieve true happiness. The sign tells us why and the corresponding house tells us where. It shows the place where our hidden treasure is, our future. Part of fortune in Gemini. If you have part of fortune in Gemini in your birth chart, you get great joy and satisfaction from communicating and learning from all the things and experiences of life. You are always looking for new knowledge from the people you know. You value people more for their ideas than for what they really are. You are stimulated by other people's ideas, and you become aware of the different facets of life. You enjoy keeping everything at a superficial, cheerful and happy level. You try not to commit to anything. You are non-judgmental. You get carried away by whatever is in front of you. You don't differentiate between the best or worst, thus being able to benefit from both sides and several alternatives at the same time. This gives you a lot of freedom of movement. You change your life to accommodate yourself as best as possible. So, you seem to have great flexibility and possess a lot of ideas and theories. You realize the contradictions of life. Through the sign opposite your part of fortune, Sagittarius, you search for truth as the most important principle. You relate to all kinds of people and situations, changing when the moment demands it. You are happier getting involved with what is immediately within your reach, without judging the duplicity of circumstances. You stay in the present instead of following that distant mental expansion that sometimes occurs with Sagittarius. You should not judge or be authoritarian, because you would lose the people with whom you want to communicate and learn. You must always maintain your power of observation and wisdom without making premature judgments. You quickly learn the meaning of the contradictions with which life expresses itself. You know that human beings have to accept temporal limitations, although from a sufficiently broad point of view to allow mental expansion. What can satisfy you the most is to obtain a real understanding of the human being. You are very skilled dealing with your immediate reality, with a very clear sense of the presence of the here and now and the idea of the present. Your greatest accomplishment and satisfaction will come when you know how to live with everything that is temporary, and you can learn something positive and new in everything. What you like most is to understand all the possibilities that life has to offer, as well as all the variations that make it interesting.